It's the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoff. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season, but in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down, and if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This ball deep for Tony. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Right back to Achane on second down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over first and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
James now to return it. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On play action, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different look. But confused, trying to complete passes.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
James now to return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Tommy Townsend in punt formation for the Chiefs.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 62 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Tua once again here on second and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
George Karlaftis
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's James returning.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out come the Chiefs now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says,
and he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Tua now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, they got him again.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he's totaled it 21 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
And they'll run with Pacheco. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
At the Dolphins 7-yard line.
This is Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
And out come the Dolphins now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself,
We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On the return, it's James. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,